The two-thirds gender principle both in elective and appointive positions. The statistics are as follows. In Rwanda is 61%. In Burundi we have 36%. In Tanzania we have 36%. And Uganda we have 34%. And in Kenya we are lagging behind at 22%. So Kenya needs to bridge this gap and occupy its rightful place in the continent. It is important also to remind ourselves that this is a matter of strict compliance with the Constitution, and that following these directives and dictates of our supreme law is mandatory and provides us with no option. 3, it is also important to remind ourselves that this question of two-thirds gender principle was clearly articulated in the Bomas draft, but this is this is articulated was watered down and tampered with by the forces of mandarins of impunity who do not have the interests of our women, sisters, and mothers at heart. Lastly, our party leader, His Excellency Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, has stood tall over the years and has been consistent in his support for women and the implementation of the two-thirds gender rule. We are here to lend support to our party leader and our party, the Orange Democratic Movement, on this two-thirds gender principle. It is for this reason that we urge all our colleagues, members, to appear in Parliament this afternoon to pass this constitutional amendment bill into law. I will request our party chairman and also my colleagues to add on that. And Honorable Oluoch.
We can exchange. Okay. Are we okay? Good. Thank you. I think Honorable Lekenta and Caleb Amisi have basically addressed in a formal way the position of the Orange Democratic Movement Party. I want to just add in terms of summary that as a party, and this is from the top organs of the party, both the party leader, Raila Odinga, and the party's central committee have unanimously agreed that we support the vote that is coming this afternoon. Therefore, the sense of our press conference this morning, because it's just a few minutes to noon, is to crack the whip or apply the whip to our members to tell them that the position of the party is simple, that we vote in affirmative this afternoon, and we are expected, our membership, the membership of our party, which is I think 76 in the National Assembly, as ODM, should be present and vote for this bill this afternoon. I think it should be understood in this country we have not really acquainted ourselves to what we call party whipping. And I think it should be very clear that once party has made serious consideration on a matter and have come to an agreement and a position is taken on a particular issue, it just makes sense in terms of democracy for all party members to support. We know some of our members could have divergent opinion, but on an important and critical matter as gender principle, it is not really a question of conscience. If you follow what is happening in other jurisdictions and other democracies, the matters of conscience come on issues that are not so fundamental to the society. But in this case, we have a matter that is so fundamental, so crucial, and so important in terms of representation that it cannot be just left to personal and individual discretion based on conscience, in quotes. We want to urge our members that this is a matter that Kenyans took a decision on in 2010 actually. Kenyans agreed on in 2010 to have representation of not more than 2/3 in elective positions. It's only that we have delayed in actualizing the same. Our members are therefore asked and advised and we are beseeching our members to be present in the House. If you are not present in the House, it means you are voting against this bill, which again, it would mean you are going against the party principles. It is not a warning at all, but it is just advice to our members that it makes common sense in terms of promoting democracy and political party management to do or support your political party. If the reason why ODM, we went around the country campaigning for 6 Ps was so that we can have representation that listens to the party. And that representation in the National Assembly is 76 members. We expect those members to listen to the party. The party leader has spoken. I am the leader of the party and the leader of the coalition in the National Assembly. Besides being the national chairman, I've shared with the party leader. That is the position of our party. We have held a meeting of the Central Committee. That is the position. Finally, I think there have been some excuses that are being given by members who are opposed to this bill. I call them excuses because there are issues that can be addressed elsewhere. Citing the issues of flawed nomination process as the reason for defeating this bill, I don't think is being honest. If it is a question of nomination procedure, we can still legislate in law and make it neat or neater. If we feel that the method political parties are using today in nominating members to the National Assemblies or our Senate or even county assemblies, and I'm not supporting that the procedure or the process has been foolproof. There have been issues, there have been challenges, but that can be addressed through Elections Act. We can bring an amendment to the Elections Act to cure those anomalies, or even the Political Parties Act, or a new law in place just for nomination.